So it's not comic book related, kind of comic book related, but I love both franchises, so I'm just gonna talk about it anyways. There is a bit of spec with these two franchises, not a lot, but so Amazon bought MGM a while ago, and with that came all the properties.
Right.
Last year, Amazon acquired the extensive film and TV catalog of legendary Hollywood studio MGM as part of a massive $8.5 billion deal. According to Deadline, Amazon has been sifting through MGM's library and decided on several titles for film and TV development, including Robocop, Stargate, Legally Blonde, Fame, Barbershop, The Magnificent Seven, Pink Panther, and The Thomas Crown Affair.
Pink Panther.
Didn't we just get a Magnificent Seven remake with Chris Pratt like 3 years ago? And Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Obviously, two of these will stand out to sci-fi fans. Apparently, each title is being approached differently, but the current plan is to develop TV shows and movies based on Robocop and Stargate. It seems the latter will arrive on the big screen first, while a new take of the future of law enforcement is being looked at for a TV series initially. The first Robocop movie was released in 1987, considered a subversive satirical classic. It was followed by several forgettable sequels. I don't know. As a kid, I liked Robocop 2. The kid who swore a lot was like endearing to me, I guess, because I was a kid at the time and I wish I could swear at the time. But the spin-off TV shows were a lot more successful. The report, Stargate also began as a movie in '94, spawning direct-to-video follow-ups. So there is not a lot of spec for Stargate. There was a movie when the movie came out. There's an adaptation for comics.
Dude, there are a ton of Stargate comics.
There's like Stargate Atlantis and Stargate Issue 1.
So that's right there. Entity came out, but Entity ended up doing several miniseries on Stargate as well. And then Avatar got the license, and those Avatar books are really hard to find.
Avatar books? Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Avatar Press is the publisher of Stargate comics. And I think they have very small print runs because they're very, they usually bring a lot of money. And at the same time, actually, Avatar also was publishing Robocop, done by Frank Miller. And I think the story is that Frank Miller wrote script to Robocop 2, but they didn't use it, or they changed it quite a bit. So I think he ended up using that script to turn it into a Robocop comic.
Holy macaroni.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
So, yeah, there are... Key Collector has 3 kind of keys for Robocop. One was a magazine-sized comic adaptation in 1987. 500% increase in copies sold this week versus the previous week. High of 125. Dark Horse, I guess, did one in 1992. First appearance.
Dark Horse had a ton of Robocop miniseries after Marvel did the adaptations.
Okay.
Then Dark Horse got the license. They did Robocop versus Terminator. They have a bunch of Robocop miniseries, and then after that, the license went to Avatar.
Yeah, that's it right there. Written by Frank Miller. I'm assuming.
Yeah, but so the ones from Dark Horse though have enormous print runs, so they're probably not going to be bringing a ton of money, except for maybe like the Robocop versus Terminator, just because that's a cool concept.
Yeah.
And in each one of those have like a standee bound inside of them that you can kind of take out and play with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's anything going on for Stargate. I'm a huge Stargate fan. I watched all of it, even the direct-to-video movies, the SG-1, Atlantis, Universe was not great, but yeah. So there's this one, Stargate Entity from 1996.
So that series, that Entity series, each one of them has a foil variant.
Oh yeah.
They're kind of rare, yep. And then, like I said, Entity also had some spin-off miniseries after that.
Oh, so wait. So is this one this is the same one then as the other one?
That's the first miniseries. It's 4 issues.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, there's a couple others that Entity published.
Okay.
I'm bringing up some of my sale data right now, actually, just to go over some cool stuff. So, like, here we go. Stargate, SG-1, 2007 Special 1E. They sold for $50. This is published by Avatar. Stargate SG-1 Eris Bach for $115. Like, if you find those books, they can get pricey depending on the variant. Stargate SG-1 Fall of Rome 2C for $296.99.
Sorry, did you say $296?
$296.99. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
So keep an eye out in those dollar pins if you see some Stargate 1 books. Stargate SG-1 POW 1B, $45. Stargate Universe 2B, $45. Like, Stargate fans are pretty rabid, but these books, I feel, have really tiny print runs, and they probably didn't even know they were being published.
Yeah.
Until years later, and now they want to find them all.
So that book that sold for $300 a C, how did you know to price that high, given they were low print runs, and was there a lot already like completed sales on eBay for that cover?
No, it's not completed sales. I don't think it even sold through eBay.
Oh.
I don't know. I just have a feeling for some of this stuff. And so that's, sometimes a lot of my pricing on books like that are just gut feeling because there's nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
And especially on some of those stuff, they flat out tell you that they have like 1,000 print run on some of those Avatar books. So they can be extremely hard to find.
Okay. Yeah. Did you watch Robocop when you were? Are you a fan of Robocop? Anyone? No, didn't watch it.
I was a fan of it. Like, I was not around when it originally came out. But
do you remember the show? I remember the show too.
The show, barely.
The show was pretty bad.
I've seen the first one. I think that's about it. Yeah. He has a cool design. I do like the character design, but the movie has really no interest for me.
So that director has done a couple of things that I really like. He did Starship Troopers, Paul Verhoeven. So he does like weird satirical like sci-fi stuff. Yeah.
Did you talk about Verheiden?
Did he also do Horizon?
No, Paul Verheiden. Is that
Verhoeven?
Oh,
Paul Verhoeven.
I'm actually kind of interested in the Pink Panther thing there that you mentioned.
Yeah, that is cool.
Those movies are fun.
Who would you get to replace Peter Sellers?
Did you see the ones with Steve Martin?
Yeah, the ones with Steve Martin.
Not that. He's not gonna do it again.
Come back.
Yeah. Okay, where was I?
He's too busy hanging out with Selena Gomez.
Oh, here we go. Minimize that. Okay.